I'm going to be patient, wait for it to dry. I'm going to walk right back out there and grab my wallet.
How many do you want in your coffee?
15 sugars and 7 creamers.
Okay, I'll get it started for you.
Thanks, ma'am. Good morning, Anna. Tired and in pain, but I'm pretending I don't want my head blown off. Yeah, some days suck, but you know what? On the bright side, and I like to work and all that. I'll be in there just a minute to take on you. But thank you very much. Like when all you guys let me do is drive through the drive-through because your lobby was fucking closed. I drive through here just because you are not shitty. Yes, ma'am. Fucking Christ. Ugh. I know for a fact I have a goddamn heart. At least I thought I did at one point in time. Here we'll flip this around this way. Fuck. I'm good at losing shit, ain't I? Oh, bless America, right? Rolly, 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 too. Now, every morning when I go in here, I put my card in and I go, alright, I hope it's still rolly, 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 too. Oh my god. My good looks aren't good enough. Ooh, I'm rich. you come in. Well, on the bright side, that thing is going whoa, 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 and that thing is going.
Especially the thing sounds worse. Like when it's not trying to run right, then it makes real wolf sound.
Well, if they start syncing in unison and the alarm goes off over there, it almost is like listening to that the Cups song.
That's actually a good one, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, if only the fryer made more sounds.
Yeah. They're annoying as they can get.
All right, so I got a secret. If you want it to make enough sound for people to hear it, what you do is you take your bread and chicken,
Yeah.
you dip it in water, and you put it in the freezer.
Oh, good.
Also, stand back when you put it in there because it might shoot you. All right, so this series is primarily on female predators, narcissists. One of the things that is good for the mind is work, keeping your head busy. So it's a good thing we got so many people in the workforce, right? No, it's not. We need less people in the workforce. The United States needs to fall. It should be okay to be a human being here, but it's not. You want to tell me I just have to take it because things are worse elsewhere. Meanwhile, you will literally force a multi-billion-dollar company to pay up because a woman felt insulted. Look, somebody asked her to do her job. No, there is nothing of the United States worth saving. Your pictures of your grandma who died mean jack squat to me. If you want to rescue your pictures and you're going to get in the way of rescuing a human life, well, I'm going to make sure that the human lives, not your pictures. I don't care about your pride, obviously. I showed evidence with many of my predators. It showed I went to them for help before Natalie was killed. Afterwards, they wanted to pretend like they were my friends still and linger still and pretend like they were going to help still. But the fact is, there's only one actual good man that I know. There is only one man that I know who will stand up to a male or female predator. There is only one man that I know who has actually gone to prison for protecting his children. And by the way, they weren't even my children. And yes, I was put in prison. The predator's name was Robert Franklin Warnick. He is on the Nebraska Sex Offenders Registry for a reason. Now, this doesn't exactly go along with female predators, does it? No, it actually does. It's a Maori thing, isn't it? I guess I'm not as scary as I should be. Ooh. This is just a space filler for just in case. I don't anticipate any issues today. The guy who I leave if he's here, or I only stick around a little bit of time, he's not here today. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays in the morning. Yes, the other employees all like me, and they gave me his schedule. You get to see I have panic attacks from being stuck alone. I have been very mean to my older brother Eric, but not mean enough. Of course, in order to give Eric actual equality, he would have to be falsely accused, and then the people he was falsely accused of doing whatever to would have to end up dead, and then people would have to, well, we've already went too far, haven't we? Just those two things there make it just a little bit beyond my reach. I'd have to show it to millions of people. Millions of people are not going to watch my page, watch my channel. They care about these entertainment sites. They don't care about the victims. I'm glad Natalie's dead. Her pain is gone. It'd be nice if she'd have told the truth before she went. On the bright side, I've got a hunting list.
This is why, like I said, this makes me think that there's more to this than just adding. And I'll go back to adding stuff on Dillo. That's a good piece as well. And bringing close is a good piece. And I said this is morning.
I will not comply. I don't owe it to you to lay down and be your bitch. If I'm stuck in a subservient environment, oh, I'll talk nice and I'll talk pretty. I'll do my best to bow down and fulfill your wants. But once I'm out of there, yeah, I don't have to be subservient anymore. You showed yourself to be full of shit. I'll tell the world you're full of shit. Don't be full of shit. Why did Brett Roloff ditch me? Because there's a video of him digging through his own shit on my YouTube channel and he's embarrassed. He's also a little bitch who should have come forward. That recording is on here too. The recording about his part in the Natalie Bollinger situation and me going to visit. But you guys don't want to see that. You don't want to hear that. And he's too much of a coward to come forward. He's also too selfish to come forward and too messed up on drugs. I'm saying this is not a big deal because I don't know what Dallas's points look like offensively. Like I said, like think about this. I'm gonna give you an example. If you remember when I'm not comparing quarterbacks, but you think about the idea of Big Cleveland when how we got old. I am so tired. Joker was a beast, right? And it never materialized because he didn't know what was going to transpire between offensive coordinator, quarterback skill. I just realized I have food stamps. And I know how to make explosives out of things from the baking aisle. Yeah. I got a really good recipe that, for some odd reason, putting a little bit of baking soda in it makes it stick really well, and it also makes it burn hotter. I'm not sure what it is in the baking soda that does it. Now that one's not actually explosive, it's a propellant. However, the stuff in a bullet isn't an explosive either, it's a propellant. Black powder is not an explosive, it's a propellant. What they put in the bullets now is cordite. It's also a propellant. However, if there's enough of it and it has access to enough oxygen at one time, you can blow a lot of things up. And I do have the ability to go and get those things. Why don't I? Why don't I? Ain't none of y'all good people. At least some of y'all are nice. Go fuck yourselves, every goddamn one of you.
If you live in the United States, you should stick your head in a toilet and flush. If you live in the United States, I'm ashamed of you just because you exist.
We live in this world where like the factors just they hang around. They can be patient. It's no big deal. Like, they want your lifetime building. They want to move on toward love. This is a new era in Green Bay.
I'm half asleep. I got somewhere to be at 11. Not that it matters much. See, here's the thing. I'm not interested in hurting others. Others are interested in hurting me. If I speak up, I'm a bad person. So how about go fuck yourselves? God bless America.
The reality is this. Zach Wilson is your quarterback. Derek Carr's gone. Okay. You're not getting any Lamar Jackson. All right. Derek Carr ain't coming.
12/9/2021.
You have Zach Wilson as your quarterback.
All right, I think that one. Let's see, Meg, my room, date created 1/29/2021 at 8:16 a.m., size 205 megabytes, and then it's got some files in it. Oh, freezing up.
We have expectations that if Aaron Rodgers comes to Green Bay, that the New York Jets will be a Super Bowl contender. You got Aaron Lazard that just signed a 4-year deal with the Green Bay. You got Randall Cobb and St. Louis that is expected to come to Green Bay because the anticipation is that Aaron Rodgers does. Aaron Rodgers won't be saying, I'm not the holdup. Green Bay Packers are the holdup because they haven't made a deal.
Fuck the United States and everybody in it. I do want to state for the record that Eric Christopher Schwartz, the pedophile, I hope he has a nice day. Do yourself a favor. Don't lie to me. Don't bullshit me. I am smarter than you. You may be able to bully me into a panic attack. It's actually pretty easy to do. There's also things you can't do. A lot of you guys keep threatening me across the internet. No problem. You're easy enough to get rid of. There's a block button. There isn't one in real life. That's how Robert Farnsworth ended up with a bloody mouth. Now, it's not like he was all there. I needed to turn him in, but the thing is, the safety risks with him are very real and did need to be taken seriously by the police and still do. Robert Warnick, Robert Farnsworth, Robert Mick. Well, Robert Mick is dead. Thank God. Thank God. Riley's mom, or not, sorry, not Riley. Ryan Daly, his mom was stalking my Bob. Matter of fact, she had to move out of chapel because Bob's stalking her was so bad. So when Susie stabbed him to death, I was actually pretty happy about that. I wasn't happy that he got stabbed to death, but I was happy that he wasn't going to harm anybody else. Now, the thing about him stalking Rochelle, I believe is what her name was, is that she did have to leave town. She did have to move out of town, just like I did. When you're dealing with stalkers, yeah, you can try to get away from them, and that's the recommended course of action. But here's the thing about Bob Mick. Bob Mick didn't care. He just liked to bully people and tell them what to do. Well, that didn't exactly work with me because I'm meaner than he is. I'm also uglier than he is. But here's the thing. Bob was nearly a female exclusive predator. This is a man who, despite being twice my size, could barely manage to talk trash back at me. I say talk trash back because he'd make a snide comment, which isn't talking trash, it's just being an ass. But I'd start talking trash on him for being a snide asshole, for stalking Michelle, for being a creeper. David Nelson couldn't stand Bob. Couldn't stand him. Now, when Susie killed him, Susie used to be my neighbor. She was a pretty severe alcoholic, and from what I've been told by, well, only one guy, the guy who was dating Susie at the time, said that there was some other stuff involved. That means she was probably smoking meth. It wasn't just booze. So, she didn't actually kill him. That wasn't actually her doing. They had surgery on him, and it wasn't the stab wound that killed him. It was they nicked his intestine, and he shat himself. True story.
What the hell are you talking about? Did you protect me? Marcus, we're living in this world that's a
All right, I want to show you something here. You see this cowardice and stupidity? You notice that's a white guy, that's a black guy, and that guy's a mutt, like the rest of us. Look at these ass whites. This is what you care about. This is what Americans care about. This is what this black man in the center here, is he talking BLM, or is he getting excited about something that's trivial? Between football and black rights, I don't give two shits about football. I do care about Colin Kaepernick. I care about Centoya Brown. Some of my heroes have been through some extreme stuff. I can't really consider Centoya Brown one of my heroes because she did, in fact, kill a man. But she killed one of her predators. You know what that means to me? It means one less person who's going to try to harm my sister. One less predator on the planet to harm my niece. It means one less Theo to whoop up on Shea Burton. Yeah. Between football in your life, even you guys care more about football than your own life. How many of you idiots have bet your whole life savings, everything you've worked for, over a football game? How many of you bet all of your life's college money on a football game? I think the guy who did that, his name was it Benson Pratt? Well, I have to look it up. I think it was Benson Pratt. I remember it was a really weird name. Oh, I fucking hate Discord. Now, there's a lot of evil people in my lifetime that, well, eventually changed. My old brother didn't change much. He just calmed down. He was much less violent. He was a lot more violent in our youth. Could I have beaten my older brother up in my prime? Easily. Easily. How true is that? It's not true at all. Not even close. I could never hold a candle to my brother's fighting skills because I never hated people enough to do those things to them. I never had that thing in my head that says that I'm mighty and powerful if I smack people with bamboo. My older brother seemed to think that whacking me with things was going to make me tough. Some of y'all know a little bit about autism. You know that although not all of us are this way, most of us have a very high pain tolerance. I can handle quite a bit of pain. I mean, right now I'm walking around on a broken toe and I can feel it grinding now that some of the swelling has gone down, which it's just going to swell up again, so. I can take the physical pain, I just can't work through it. I can't take the emotional stuff. My family abandoned me years ago for being the good guy. And I never stopped being the good guy. I am the hero that I needed as a kid. Unfortunately, situations like this, I can't be my own hero. I'm not allowed because the mentally ill tag. Yeah. Discredited right off the bat, no matter what. You know, there's a reason that I spent over a year trying to get help stopping the abuse. But you guys don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that Rochelle Shelley Campbell is a drug dealing whore. You don't want to hear that. Well, you don't want to hear any of that. You don't want to hear that all of Ted Bollinger's exes, Rose M. Kelly, aka Rose M. Self. That's right, she got married to a guy named James Self. I wonder if he's selfish. I know she certainly is. She chose abusive men over her own daughters. I was willing to give up my life. That's right. I was willing to give up my life to get one of my predators safe. And that's not even true. Alicia Vollinger disappeared too, and she was one of my predators. What'd I do? helped to find her and get her safe. 3 times. Yeah, true story. You can't pay people to care. If they have no morality, they have no morality. On the bright side, I get to report on many people's lack of morality. It hurts losing friends. However, these people weren't friends, were they? Those who claim that they love me showed me that they don't even know what the fuck love is. A fucking velociraptor? Obviously, this isn't a war or a campaign against women. It's a campaign against narratives. It's a campaign against lies. It's a campaign against sexism and racism. It's okay to be gay. I'm not forcing you to be straight. Don't try forcing me to be gay. If you're gay, and you're a guy, and you're into guys, yeah, I'm not gonna try to set you up on a blind date with a woman. Although I have had more than one LGBT person decide that they were gonna hook up a straight man with a cross-dresser. You know, that puts both of them in danger. I just want to point that out. That does put both of them in danger. So, yeah, don't do that. If you don't want to get shot, there's certain things you shouldn't do. Now, obviously, I don't need firearms. I'm a hell of a shot, but you can get rid of a lot more people with explosives. There are very few problems that cannot be solved by the application of high explosives. You got a crack in your pot? It's an easy fix. You make like a crack pot and blow it up. No more crack, no more problem. Can we try that in the inner cities? Just blow up all the crack. Oh wait, no. Crack already blew up in the inner cities, didn't it? Maybe I should pretend everything is okay. But I'm not gonna. I started recording and I record often. I kind of have to. If I'm stuck in public, I'm subject to victimization at any point in time by anybody who chooses to do so. So it's best to keep recording at all points in time, not that anybody will look or listen if something happens. What I want was fairness and equality. When it comes to the courts, everybody should have equal access. My predators with badges can just get the judge to rubber stamp whatever the hell they want. We've got major issues. What do you consider a major issue? Lowland flooding? That could be a dangerous issue. Highland.